When Mother Nature gives you 67-degree weather on a December day, you have to take advantage of it and go flying. Let's go.
Taxiway Charlie is closed between the parallels. Taxiway Hotel between Delta and Alpha non-movement area is barricaded. For clearance available on frequency 125.2, bird advisory is in effect. Advise on initial contact GF Juliet.
Juliet.
At ground point 6.
How you guys doing today?
Right.
We are on a little fun flight here. I'll be flying up to Lake Lanier.
That's ours. That's 906.
Gonna land in my buddy's backyard.
Juliet.
Beach Tower, helicopter 4285 Mike is at signature north, like present position, takeoff to the north with a northeast turnout. We're a little bit busy here at PDK, so we're gonna wait until they give us a call back here.
Okay, left turn heading 140, clear for takeoff 21 left, 100 Yankee Bravo. We got a 4285 Mike, Beach Tower, timber 3014. You want to depart to the north, and at what point are you going to turn northeast, or would you rather do it over the top?
Yeah, we could do it over the top if that's better for you. 4285 Mike.
Oh. So I got a 4285 Mike, taxiway Delta clear for takeoff, cross midfield at above 1,500 on course, wind call.
Cross at a midfield at 1,500 on course, 4285 Mike, on the go. Here we go, guys. Trying to get some altitude here before I get on this sand pile, just so I don't spread sand everywhere. It's a little bit hazy in Atlanta. You guys can't really see it until I make the turn here.
Mike, frequency change for today. See ya. Tower, Scott 1097 Yankee, about 7 miles from the north, approaching inbound full stop information, Juliet. 1097 Yankee, Beach Tower.
So what we're doing here, we're going to cross at or above 1,500 MSL, which is about 500 above the ground here in Peachtree DeKalb, right over the top of the airport. So I'm going to cross right over the tower here.
21 left available.
It's a little bit hazy today.
Heading 140, contact Atlanta departure. Okay, turn and switch it, Yankee Bravo.
But it's not bad enough to where it's IFR, which is instrument flight rules.
Tower, Waco 7020.
We're on a Clipper 2, so it's it creates a little bit more drag than a normal R44. So we're not doing too much, but we're still doing about 100 knots, which is not bad.
Clean inbound, Juliet.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start making my left turn, or right, yep, left turn. I'm a pilot, I don't know my coordinations here.
20 Lima looking for a Cessna 6 north.
So guys, what is it like to be a helicopter pilot?
3231 Romeo, approximately 10 miles to the east, inbound for the option with Juliet.
As soon as we get out of the airspace here, I will start on it.
Romeo, this is Peachtree Tower, how do you copy? Over to 31 Romeo, reply not received. Peachtree DeKalb, this is 31 Romeo, approximately 8 miles to the east, inbound for the option and information, Juliet. November 3231 Romeo, Peachtree Tower, how do you hear? One left. Okay, trying again for 3231 Romeo, Peachtree Tower, having trouble hearing you, can you hear me now? Roger, I can hear you loud and clear, 31 Romeo. 31 Romeo, then proceed inbound, left traffic, runway 21 left.
There's an aircraft on frequency that wasn't transmitted, so that's what that was.
About 4 miles out, runway 21. Welcome to 0 Lima, base turn now.
And I'm outside of the airspace here, but I'm just going to give him a courtesy call.
81 Hotel, runway 21 right, you are clear for the touch and go. Clear for touch and go, 81 Hotel. Number 19646, extended downwind, with the follow Waco, currently about 3 north, turning back to...
I don't have to give him a radio call because I am already outside of the airspace, so...
3231 Romeo.
I see that he's super busy, I'm not going to give him a call. It's just a waste of radio time. He has better and more important things to take care of. So guys, what is it like to be a helicopter pilot? It is very, very fun. That's the shortest I can put it. But What does it take? It takes about 150 flight hours to get your commercial ticket. If you want to go the private way, where you can fly with family and friends, but you cannot get paid for it, you can do your private pilot. That's about 40 flight hours, and there's a bunch of other little requirements in between, like flying at night, flying solo, flying cross country, a lot of other little requirements. So once you get your commercial rating, most helicopter pilots, they try to get their first tour job, or job in general. But tour job is probably one of the most popular. You can go either that route, which I did. After my 150th flight hour, I went for my commercial ticket, and I got a tour job. However, there's other people that prefer to get their CFI, their Certified Flight Instructor rating, and they like to teach, and that's an awesome way to build hours. But I did not want to die, so I didn't become an instructor. I have a lot of respect for instructors because they go through some scary moments. But yeah, after you get your CFI, and you'll be making about $25 to $30 an hour flight time. So, you know, if you fly, sometimes you can fly 2 to 4 hours a day. You can kind of do the math. It's not too much money, but you are inexperienced, as they kind of put us, pilot. I got my first tour job. I got my license at Prestige Helicopters, and they gave me my first job as well, which was a tour job. They would pay $25 an hour flight time. I was making about 15, 20 grand a month. Not much, but you can't. There's a bunch of birds. Oh, please don't dive down. Wow, that was a lot of birds. Can't see them until you're like right on top of them. I'm gonna take off my glasses. But you can't ask for much when you're so new to the industry and low flight hours. There's other pilots that have a lot more experience, and they will just take your job if you don't want it. So I took the job. It's basically on call. When they schedule you to do a tour, you come in and do a tour. I stayed at Prestige until my around 330th hour, and then I got a job flying tours in Myrtle Beach, and that was more of a steady pace there, steady income, steady flight hours. I would work about 5 to 6 days a week. Still not getting paid the big bucks.
It was over Mercedes-Benz Stadium at 2,000 feet, heading northbound towards Atlanta Station in Atlanta Metro.
That was another helicopter. So it still wasn't the best pay, but it was a lot of flight hours. Like one season there, I did about almost 500 hours, which was awesome. And then I came back to Prestige Helicopters, just because I wanted to stay home and with the family. Money isn't a big thing for me at the moment. I much prefer staying with the family, my dad, my mom, friends. But it is nice. So I stayed here at Prestige until when I came back from Myrtle. I had around 700 hours. Came back to Prestige and stayed until my 1,000th hour, and then went out to the tuna boats. So that was pretty interesting. You're living on a boat, you're flying on and off of a boat. And I did that for about 11 months. I was flying a much bigger helicopter. No, not bigger, but better. It was a turbine engine helicopter, which that's what you need to get the big boy jobs here in the industry. So I came back from the tuna boats, and with about 1,900 hours. And I started flying privately for a private owner now. So that's how, that's kind of catching up to where I am now and how I did, how my career has been so far. I don't regret anything I've done, and it's been great. So what is it like being a helicopter pilot? You will not get rich from it. If you join this industry thinking you're going to make all the big bucks and you know you're in it for the money, choose a different route, buddy. It is not all that. Experienced helicopter pilots, we get paid anywhere between $60 and I would say 80,000 is the per year is the median wage. That's the median there, but not much more than that. I mean, if you're going to get higher than that, you're going to be flying privately for somebody, or you're going to be flying, bigger helicopters, which I think you can get up to upwards to like 120,000 a year. But the good thing about it is, about being a helicopter pilot, is you get to sleep at home every day. You're not always traveling around, and of course you're going to have to travel to where you're going to work. And like my case, I got a job in Myrtle Beach. I moved to Myrtle Beach, and I would fly during the day, come home, sleep at night. Not like airplane pilots where they're constantly, flying around different cities. There's hotels and stuff like that. So I guess that's where their big bucks come in. But the helicopter pilots are completely different. But yeah, I mean, I'd highly suggest anybody who ever wanted to become a helicopter pilot to become a helicopter pilot, because it is, it's great. I mean, I love what I do. I don't complain about coming to work. I don't just randomly call off work just because I don't want to come. I'd be dumb to do that. It's awesome. I love it. But yeah, that's my kind of story there for you guys. We are now approaching Lake Lanier. It's kind of already in front of us. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. GoPro won't kind of show it too far. So yeah, I'm flying to Justin's house. What's up, Justin? That's my boy. There's a lot of birds around here for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I see maybe like 6 over there. There's like 3 more.
One more right here, which, oh my god, get away from me.
A lot of birds around. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Even on the ATIS, on the airport information, where you listen to before you even take off, they saying we have a bird advisory. So it's pretty weird. I don't know. I guess it's all the migrating birds. But I think they should have migrated by now. Not sure. So yeah, big boy jobs in the helicopter industry. You're looking to get one of those at around 2,000 flight hours and about 500 to 1,000 turbine hours. Before then, you can't really expect much. There's just an overflow of helicopter pilots right now, which is kind of annoying. But hey, all of us are going through it. We love what we do. We kind of like the sacrifice. At least I did. I love my sacrifice so far. Not having a lot of money to do anything, having to go to work and all of that. It's been a freaking blast, to be honest with you. But when you finally make it, to your $60,000 to $80,000 range, you're a little bit more comfortable, and it's awesome. A lot of bugs too. There's a lot of bugs on the windshield here. We took off, we were pretty clean, and just covered with bugs now. I'm not too far from my buddy's house here. There's a bunch of boats on the water. It's a nice day. It's right now it's 1st of December, or 2nd of December, on a Saturday, and it's 64 degrees outside. So you can't really get that much. You can't get much better than that here in Atlanta. It's a good helicopter, Justin. Very good bird. Smooth. It's cruising. I don't remember a Clipper being this fast. Very good purchase there. Low hours, good price. Congrats, man. I'll see you in about 2 minutes. And we are approaching. About a minute out. I'm gonna have to do a high and low reconnaissance here to see how my landing area is. He said he cut all his trees in the back, but I'm still doing it. And he's supposed to be here in front of me somewhere. That's it, guys.